Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's January 4th, 2026, and the world is still reeling from yesterday's bombshell. US forces launched a massive military operation in Venezuela, captured President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, and flew them to New York for trial. President Trump called it Operation Absolute Resolve, and said the US will temporarily run the country during a transition. But why now? Official reasons: drug trafficking and narco-terrorism charges. But dig deeper and it smells like oil, the world's largest reserves, and protecting the US dollar's dominance. Today, we're breaking down what's fact, what's speculation, and my take on it all. Stick around, hit that like button if you're shocked, and subscribe for more real-time breakdowns. Let's dive in. First, the facts of what happened. On January 3rd, before dawn in Caracas, over 150 US aircraft, F-35s, bombers, drones, struck military targets to knock out air defenses. Then, elite Delta Force commandos raided Maduro's location, captured him and his wife Cilia Flores without a fight, and extracted them. No US losses reported. Maduro's now in New York facing narco-terrorism charges from indictments going back years. Trump announced it himself. We captured Maduro. We're going to run the country until a safe transition. International backlash was immediate. Condemnations from Brazil, Mexico, Russia, Iran. But some celebration from Venezuelan exiles. Venezuela sits on 303 billion barrels of proven oil reserves. That's the biggest in the world. Bigger than Saudi Arabia. But due to sanctions, mismanagement and decay, they're only pumping about 1 million barrels a day. Infrastructure's a mess. Pipelines haven't been updated in decades. Trump was crystal clear in his press conference. US oil companies will go in, spend billions fixing it all, and get the oil flowing again. He said, quote, "We're going to have our very large United States oil companies fix the badly broken infrastructure and start making money for the country." Short term, more oil supply could lower global prices. Long term, huge profits for American firms and control over a massive resource right in America's backyard. Now the big conspiracy angle that's blowing up online, is this about defending the petrodollar? Quick history. Back in 1974, Henry Kissinger struck a deal with Saudi Arabia, oil sold in US dollars in exchange for military protection. This created endless demand for dollars, letting the US print money and run deficits. Most global oil is still priced in USD Venezuela. Under sanctions, they've been selling oil in Chinese yuan and other currencies since 2017 to 2018, cozying up to China, Russia, and BRICS. They were pursuing alternatives to SWIFT, the dollar-based payment system. Similar stories with Iraq. Saddam switched to euros before the 2003 invasion. Libya, Gaddafi talked gold-backed currency before 2011. Patton challenged the dollar, face regime change. BRICS is pushing de-dollarization hard. About 20% of global oil trades are now in non-USD currencies. Not the 28% some posts claim, but it's growing. So what's my take? The petrodollar theory has legs. Oil and dollar hegemony are intertwined, and Venezuela's moves were a small but symbolic threat. But it's not the whole story. Primary drivers seem to be ending a regime the US calls illegitimate and tied to drugs. Those indictments are real. Countering China/Russia/Iran influence in the hemisphere, and yes, seizing control of that massive oil to boost supply, reward US companies, and deny it to adversaries. Trump's team planned this for months, with CIA intel and rehearsals. It's a bold move, echoing Panama in 1989 or even older interventions. Short-term win for US energy dominance and maybe cheaper gas. But long-term, this could accelerate de-dollarization, alienate the global south, push more countries to BRICS alternatives. Blowback risk is huge in a multipolar world. What do you think? Petrodollar defense or just good old resource grab mixed with security? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this the start of something bigger? Sources in the description from NYT, Reuters, Wikipedia updates, and more. If you want part 2 on global reactions or oil market impacts, let me know. Smash like if this blew your mind, subscribe, turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay skeptical. Blame society.